What's up, guys? It's January 15th, 2020, and I want to talk about Ignition Assault. This set that, I don't think has many standout cards. There's a lot of niche cards in this set, but the sneak peek is in 10 days, and I know everybody's hyped to go to sneak peek. I'll be at sneak peek, and I just want to talk about one card in particular that's the standout card of this set by far, and I think it'll have lasting impact on the metagame for years to come. And that card is Lightning Storm. This card is fucking insane in such a good way. I think it's a good card for the game. Let's talk about what it does. If you control no face-up cards, activate one of these effects. Destroy all attack position monsters your opponent controls, or destroy all spells or traps your opponent controls. You can only activate one Lightning Storm per turn. Good thing. Good card. Really good card. So why is this card this crazy? So let's go down here for a second. Harpy's Feather Duster, Heavy Storm, Regeki, Twin Twister, Evenly Matched, Red Reboot, Penkatrops. All these cards, Lightning Storm takes ideas from all these cards and just puts it into one card, one nice little card that you could play at 3 in any deck in the side or even in the main if you're gonna blind second. The thing that's crazy is the fact that sometimes you would have to waste multiple spots to put fit multiple copies of these cards. You would fit 2, 3 Twin Twisters and maybe 2 Pengatrops, because they kind of do different things, but at the same time same things. Twin Twister deals with back row, Pengatrops can also deal with back row, but it also deals with a monster. But the thing that's crazy about this card is Twin Twister deals with a spell and trap, Pengatrops deals with a monster, but this card you have the option now to choose which effect which threat you want to deal with. Say you're playing against Altergeist, you're gonna side this card in, you're gonna blow out their back row. They better have something, they better have this card. But if you're playing against a combo deck that's gonna put up 3-4 negates, then you can still this card isn't a dead card in your side deck. This is still a card that you could side in and activate this card, and you potentially can break the whole field. You could break the combo field. So this card is good against control decks and combo decks. This card is meta defining. I think Konami did such a good job. I think a lot of people are a little scared that back row decks aren't going to see play anymore because of this, which is completely false. Back row decks, we've had all these cards already, and there's way more cards than just these. These are just the ones on the top of my head, and we also have this card. But back row decks are not gonna go anywhere. This card is just gonna make it so back row decks have to think about this, but every deck should have to think about this. That's the feature of a meta defining card. Every deck should be thinking about this card. The thing is, back row decks aren't going to die, and I don't think they're gonna die because this card's going to hurt, but you still have cards to stop it, and nothing's changed. Evenly Match and Red Reboot still did similar functions to this card against a back row deck, and they were always allowed to keep playing. You can have a counter to it. I still have to draw this. This card isn't searchable. This card just makes it so if you I'm not gonna just get blown out by a bunch of floodgates or a bunch of trap cards. You potentially have a chance. This card, undoubtedly the best card in Ignition Assault. I think there's a few other cards, but Konami really hasn't given us a card on this caliber. We've had in Chaos Impact, what do we really have? We had IP Masquerena and 7 garbage secret rare. I think they were all garbage secret rares. IP was just an ultra rare. This card lets the set mean something. I think it's really pointless when we get all these sets that don't do anything. Every set should have something that gives us a reason to get the set, and this is a reason right here. I think there really hasn't been a card like this. This is gonna be on the level of Evenly Matched Red Reboot Twin Twisters, and I'm excited to play this at 3 right now. Currently in the OCG, if you look at any deck since this set Ignition Assault has been out, almost every deck is playing it at 3 in their side, and it's not like there's still back row decks in like the OCG. Like nothing has changed. Like, you'll still see like Ultra there. You'll still see like Trickstar, like weird decks, like these slower decks. Like it's not gonna like change any of that, but it's just gonna give us a chase card for Ignition Assault, and I'm just happy. I'm happy go to the sneak peek and have a chance to pull this beautiful card. This card just looks sick. So this is my number one card of Ignition Assault. There are a few other cards I'm gonna talk about, like Cloth Sheep and the Gravity Controller card. Really cool cards. I don't know if they're gonna see as much play, but like those are also standout cards. I think Ignition Assault might be like a sleeper set of the year. The really good stuff. Lightning Storm. Make sure you get your copy. The most insane card in this set.